Can this time be different? Sure. But there's a great old saying in investing, don't fight the Fed. You're fighting the Fed if you think that the markets will not go up throughout 2026. You're also fighting a lot of other interesting factors too, like the business cycle. Tom Lee says Bitcoin and Ethereum are both entering a super cycle because the business cycle and ISM still remain below 50. Don't stop, Tom. Tom. Somebody tell Tom, just stop using the super cycle word, okay? Nobody likes that around here. We have trauma, okay? Anyway, Tom Lee is right. I believe he'll be right. We've been talking about that for a very long time here on the channel. You know that because we talk about it all the damn time. Here's the deal. We are in the longest contraction in history for the manufacturing cycle. That represents the business cycle. When this peaks between 60 to 65, that will mark the top of the business cycle. We have not had a top of the business cycle. In fact, we have not even had a breakout in the business cycle this cycle. Not for 3 years. We've been in contraction. Okay. Last time we had a business cycle peak, late 2021. Okay. So if you want to argue again that this time will not be different, then we need to see a breakout in the manufacturing cycle, which will coincide later on with a topping in the manufacturing cycle, which will coincide with the top of the S&P 500 and a top in crypto, okay? Because that's where liquidity is going to flow. That's how the money is going to flow. And probably at that point, the Fed will have to start reining things in. That's a long way away from now. I know short-term, everyone's scared. Things have been hard. I get it. The bears have you convinced it's all over and it's going to be over forever. I also understand that. But if you look at most of the indicators, most of the metrics, where are we looking at right now? We're looking for economic data, the same levels of lows that have marked the bottoms on the COVID crash and the 2008 financial crisis and all that kind of stuff. We're closer to those levels. Now, the macro bears will have you believe that no, even though this is as bad as it's been since then, or worse than it's been since then, it's going to get even worse. This is going to be the new Great Depression happening now, when the catalysts just aren't there at a macro level for it.